Thanks so much, everyone, and welcome back. Why everyone can't come with you on your journey. Why everyone can't come with you on your journey. 15 years ago, thereabouts, when I published my first book, Getting Over It in Milwaukee, I observed silently while what I thought was a really treasured dear friend, I watched her struggle. With the success, my success and my triumph and my happiness during that time. I saw things. I did not confront her on it, but I saw things that deeply disturbed me. There was an event, and I was there to sign books, and I literally witnessed this woman turn her chair in the opposite direction so that she did not have to see these book signings going on. And there was no other reason for her to turn her chair other than to avoid the view, and just accompanied by the look on her face. It was very disturbing, and I processed all of this internally, gave her the benefit of the doubt, and just said to myself, well, maybe she's struggling. It's certainly a dream that she's had too. We just give her a minute to get herself together. There would be a few more moments, a few more scenarios where, again, she was given the benefit of the doubt, and eventually, benefit of the doubt after benefit of the doubt, eventually I get kicked in my back, figuratively, not literally, but figuratively, in a very painful way by this individual. I was given cue and hint after hint. My angels had spoken to me numerous times. Sheila, this is someone that in your heart you want to take with you on the journey where you're going, and she just can't come. She just can't come. And I heard that in my spirit again and again and again. I knew very deep down inside this was not a person who was for me. And when I say for me, I mean she was not, her heart and her spirit were not in Sheila's corner. And in a one-sided way, I was really absolutely in her corner. And years later, as I reflect on that experience, and I have to say, when we know better, we simply plug in that information and do better. Years later, in reflection, I can absolutely tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that I have a firm and deeply spiritual handle on the reason everyone just simply cannot accompany you on every leg of the journey. I've said it before, but it's worthy of a reminder today. I'll say it again. Every relationship we encounter will walk with us, accompany us for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And folks, nothing good together ever breaks apart. Let's talk about just pure evolution. Pure evolution. You can see this in nature. You can see it in nature. Look at beautiful creature, the squirrel. There are some seasons of a squirrel's life where he is or she is exclusively focused on gathering up acorns. That's not the time that the squirrel is going to be playing with other squirrels and just frolicking around. It's a time of great focus. Similarly, a bear. There are times when the bear is exclusively focused on hibernation in a cave, not raising her cubs, not catching salmon. Life, the tracks of life run seasonally. It's all based on evolution and where you are at a certain space and time. There are relationships that served a very beautiful and meaningful purpose at one point in your life. And if you look at how things are configured now, they just simply wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't even be complementary. And more than likely, your soul just would not resonate in the same way. And it's also worthy to mention that relationships do come in. They are the primary tool with which God uses to help us learn valuable lessons. You know, it's interesting. The people in my life who were sent to teach me about dignity and self-respect, I look around today, they're not here. They're just not here. And these are, in some pockets, I enjoyed. I had a good time with these folks, but the relationships don't exist anymore. And I'll tell you why. It's because they served a purpose. They served a purpose. Those people came into my life when I was actively banging my head against the rock, a certain rock of learning. And then I hit a smart rock. And those relationships simply vanished over time, albeit some of them painful. But you'll see that as you evolve, different relationships will come in to complement your evolution. They will come in to augment and to really highlight and reveal where you are. And I cannot stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. Nothing good together ever breaks apart. This is why at this point in my evolution, when I feel stress, when I feel a strain or I feel a pressure in any relationship whatsoever, it could be a work relationship, family relationship, my impulse before used to be to kind of go tighter and grip it. Not anymore. You know, the last 2 decades have taught me it's very free flow. It's very free flow. More like easy come, easy go. Not saying that to be rude or flippant, but I just understand cycles of nature. I understand that, and I know that everything is based on truth and intention. And if someone's truth, their inner truth is they're not for you, you want to let that go ahead and fall off naturally, in an easy way. We don't need to flip and jump up and down. You don't need to be confronting people. That is just an energy that is not conducive for you. And then lastly, what I want to say about understanding why everyone can't go along on your journey is this. There are people. Now, I feel some folks out there really need to hear this lesson. There are people that if you insist, and we have free will, you can keep them around if you want. Now that's up to you. But if you insist, where there are no good fruits, if you insist on keeping them around, it's a virtual certainty. It's a virtual certainty. You are not going to get where you need to go. They will be a hindrance and a noose around your neck. Now, it's interesting. Here recently, I heard from someone in my past, and I'm telling you, they're going to stay right where they've been in my past. Just because you pop up on Facebook or social media does not mean an automatic reconnect. And this individual commented, wow, I see what you've done for your life over these years. That's amazing. And I was, thank you so much, a little note, thank you so much. And I thought to myself, and if I would have still been dealing with you, it would have never happened. It would have never happened. And this is someone who absolutely needed to exit stage left, get out of my life quick in a hurry. I delayed it. I delayed it a little bit more than it should have gone because, youth just didn't want to let go. But I'm telling you, right now, you would not be listening to the sound of my voice if this person would have been left in place. And folks, I know it can be painful, but many times the Lord simply wants to remove an individual for the sake of the elevation of your soul. And it doesn't always have to be a painful thing. Sometimes it's just, we just don't have too much in common. It just went the way it went. Develop an easy attitude. In some of the restaurants where they have the door that swings both ways, that door coming in, it swings and going out. So develop an easy attitude and watch that just pay you off again and again. Everyone cannot go with you, but I'll tell you this, fresh faces of liberation will drop in. Fresh faces of liberation will drop in. You can take that one to the bank. This has been Inspirational Shorts with Sheila. I'll connect with you soon.